Wouldn't it be nice to know if your PC is running and you could trigger an automation just by that? You can do that with nearly no effort. We just need a little bit of configuration. And that's what I'm showing you right now. So we are here in Home Assistant on the integration side. Here we can simply press the button for Add Integration and search for ping, because it's already included in Home Assistant and we don't need the Home Assistant community store for this. It's anyway in your installation. And we can click on here, it says ping ICMP. And now we have to add the host that we want to check. So basically the IP of the PC we want to monitor. It doesn't matter if it's a Mac, if it's Linux, or like for me, a Windows PC. But it is important that the IP of your device is always staying the same. So it's static IP. That you can configure in your router without any problems. You can say, hey, give him always the same IP and just say it's static. Like for me, I have set it to this one here. So I can say, this is my PC and it will always be my PC. Please check for this host if he is online or not. And it's easy as it says, because it just pings him. If there's a response, then the PC is of course online. If it is offline, if the PC is not even attached to power, then there will be no ping back. So you ping them, but there will be no response. So you can know if it's online or not. Very easy. Now we can press submit and I can see, okay, the device is already configured for my case right now. So we have to go a bit down and search for ping, so we can see it here and press on the two entities, for example, or we can just go back and see, okay, we have the integration entries, not entities, and can say, okay, let's configure them. And we see we have the options here to also give a ping count or consider the home interval. I guess it's normally 120 seconds, but I have set it to 60, but you don't need to do this, because we not even use the device tracker, it's deactivated, so you don't need to care. That we can also see when we click here on the entities, the device tracker is now disabled from the start on. And we will only need the binary sensor that you can call whatever you want. For me it's now PC in German, but it's PC active. So we can click on this and we can see on which time the PC was connected or disconnected. And that's all we need right now. But to be able to ping your computer, at least in Windows, it can be necessary that you set the firewall rule of Windows Defender. So if we go to Windows Defender, we can see here in German it says Datei- und Druckerfreigabe, Echo-Anforderung, ICMP, V4. It's in the inbound rules. So in English it would be file and printer sharing, echo request, ICMP, V4 inbound rule. So under the inbound rules, you have to just click on this and say, okay, enabled. And you can even specify this thing, because you can say, we only want this area where you say, hey, only my server should be able to ping my computer. So you would give the IP of your server. So mine is this one here, for example. You can say, okay, and then click on okay, and it's be fine. Only your server can then ping your computer. But you need to know if you want to do this, or maybe change the IP of your server sometimes, or have multiple servers, then you have to address them all. But it makes no sense because we have just one Home Assistant instance, at least the most of us. But you can just leave it to any IP address. So don't worry, it's okay for this. There's no security issue if you're not having intruders inside your house, some guests or something like this that are attached to your Wi-Fi, so don't care. The thing is, you might not want that your devices shut down instantly with your computer, because maybe you are just doing a restart of your computer and do not want that your speaker or mixer is going down instantly. You want a short period to wait until it gets shut down, or better said, before your PC is marked as not available. For that, we go in the configuration YAML of our Home Assistant installation. I have split them up into several YAMLs because I found it more clear to have many separate YAMLs than having them all in the configuration YAML. Because if your installation is growing, you have no chance to ever know what is going on. That is why I got this line here, line 5, binary sensor include binary sensor YAML. And if we open this one, we can see I have another sensor here that's also a binary sensor. It's for me called PC on, literally. And we just copy the value of states binary sensor PC active. So it's basically just a copy, but the important part is the delay off part, because it's just checked every 5 minutes, and if the device is offline for 5 minutes, only then it's marked as offline for this entity. And that's the difference to the other one that will just instantly mark it as offline. You don't need to use it, but you can. And if we have a look, we can see it in our dashboard here, where I have a smartphone dashboard right now. And this is my PC. It's green because, of course, I'm recording right now this video, and so it's online. And this also triggered my speaker to be on. And I also have several other options like wake on LAN, turn it on, shut down, or putting it into hibernation. But it's not of this topic right now. If you want to see a video about this, but there are several videos of other YouTubers, then I can show you this one. I'm using Unified Remote for this, with which you can do so many things. More than just shut down or hibernation. You can just trigger any automations you can imagine on your Windows PC. And if you also want to get it look like this, so very cool in green, that you know it's online, or if it's offline it's red, then you just have to use your entity. So you say, yeah, PC on, whatever, that's your entity. And then you can say with the card mod, it's an integration of Home Assistant Community Store, host, and then say, okay, the paper item color is, if the state is on, green, otherwise it's red. So it's very nice to see it. And that's basically it. We can now have a look how you can use it in an automation. So for example, I check this entity. When it gets to off, then it triggers the automation, or when it gets from off to on. So no matter what. But not if it's unknown, if it's starting or something like this, if your Home Assistant instance is restarting. That are the triggers for here, so you can use the same. And then you can say, okay, let's do something. We confirm that our PC is now on. Then we can do whatever we want. So do everything you want within your smart home devices, or better said, your smart home environment. Example here, turn on my speaker. I say, okay, let's turn on the speaker. And if it's not that the PC is in the on state right now, then I go and turn off the speaker. You can do this for every other device, like maybe a mixer or webcam or whatever you want to do. Okay, maybe a webcam has no external power supply, but you know what I mean. You can trigger any automation or any device to do anything you want like this. And so we are done. I hope you liked this video, and leave a comment below and give it a like. And we see us in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.